Welcome back to Karen's Creative Life. I'm going to be coloring this bunny and we're going to be making that Easter card. These are Stampin' Up markers. They're quite old, so you can't probably get these colors anymore, but if you have them or a similar color, they're just watercolor pens. So I hope you can see this. I'm just going to color them in. This is the lightest color, and this one's called Sahara Sand. And I'm going to take the darkest one. It's called Soft Suede. I'm just going to go where the shadows are. This one's called Crumb Cake. And I'm going to go back with the light one, which is Sahara Sand. And I'm using watercolor paper. I'm going to do the body same way. Dark one again. Anywhere there would be shadow. Like around the book, underneath the armpit, underneath the bunny. Then the medium one again is Crumb Cake. I'm just going to blend that out a bit. I'm back with the lightest color, go over the face again, just kind of darken it all up. The paper for the book, I'm going to use crushed curry. And more mustard. Again, for just a little bit of shadow, depth. I'll go back with the first one. Don't worry if you get it over, it's no big deal, because we're going to blend it better. For the back of the book, Tangerine Tango. and Dusty Durango. Back with the latest one. And then for the ears, we're going to do Pink Pirouette. And the brown, the lightest brown, which is Sahara Sand. Back to the pink. Then, to get that mottled look that we had with the original, see, we're going to use a watercolor pen and just go in circles and try to blend it out. Some water down in your on your table. Found the more water you added, the more mottled and watercolor looking it became, which is kind of the look I'm going for. And it just blends out the colors a bit. And I just wipe the end because I'm not using that much water and I'm not using that much ink. I'm going to use a heat gun, excuse the noise. Take it back. Come to them. And then go back with your watercolor again. Not watercolor, sorry. Your water. Just kind of just gives it that mottled look that I really like. So there you go. And I'm going to wet my table. Just a little bit of water. And I'm going to use some paper, just regular paper. I'm going to use Green Galore, old Stampin' Up, but it works. And these I bought off of Amazon, and they just work with my hands. Oops, sorry you guys. Shaky, shaky. And just blend it on, ink blending. You can use any green, any ink. You can use Distress Oxide. You can use Distress Ink. This is just a dye-based ink. And I have it. So use what you have. There's no reason to go out and buy new stuff. All the new stuff looks cool, but we don't really need it. We can make do with what we have. Sorry. Sometimes I have a problem opening and closing these things. And because I'm just using green, I'm just going to continue with the green one and just deepen it around the edges a little bit. Blend it out. We're good. That's it. Sorry, this one is called Garden Green, and you can tell how old this is. I can't even get that off. For the sky, I'll put this one away. We're going to be using Bashful Blue. Again, Stampin' Up. I'm going to use my blue ink pen, brush. I don't know why I said ink pen. Sorry. Tap it off and blend. And you can blend it right down into the blue. And the green can mix, it's fine. And then I'm going to use Ballet Blue. Just blend it in. Put it away. I'm going to take this little mister. It's a Reese mister. I'm going to spray some in my hand. And splatter it on. And it's really neat. I didn't know this before. I used to sell Stampin' Up, and I didn't know that this is what this ink does. It reacts to water just like the Distress Oxides, which is kind of cool. I'm just going to use this dye. I'm just going to find a spot that I like and use some washi tape. I'm going to take this over to my die cutter I have a big shop. It's old. But there's nothing wrong with using old supplies as long as they still work. There you go. I am so sorry. I didn't even realize it turned off. All I did was glue the rounded square blended piece on there, and then I put a little piece of ink smooshed green that I had done before, and I'm just laying it down to make sure that it goes flat and it dries a little bit before we can get our little bunny on there. Should be good. And then again, we're going to have to weigh it down. Paper likes to curl. And this paper was just regular paper, cardstock, and the bunny was done in watercolor. And I'm going to put him up here. The pens can go away. For the sentiment, we're going to use this one. It says, Happy Easter, Happy Spring, Happy, Happy Everything. I just have some scraps over on the right side of myself. And grab the Misty. Sorry, excuse the chair. That can go over there. He can sit up here out of the way. Grab the sentiment. I'm sorry, I can't see. I think for the next video, I don't want to restart this video. I think for the next video, I'm going to put it back the way I had it. I don't really like the idea of you guys seeing this all sideways. It's not really working, is it? Simon says stamp intense black. Great for use with solvent or alcohol-based markers. This is the ink that I used for my bunny. And it didn't bleed, so that's a good thing. Oh, sorry, shaky, shaky. And this is just a dry erase thing. The stamps are new, so they don't stamp very well yet. They need to be conditioned. Cool. And that's fine. We can wash that later. Usually I just take a dry erase marker. A dry rag. Sorry. I'm tired. No excuse, but I'm tired. And this is my Creative Memories cutter. If it ain't broke, don't buy a new one. Right? There's no need to buy new. We can all use what we have. I do apologize for my hands. I have an autoimmune disease called scleroderma, and it caused my hands to curl up. So then I used the darkest marker that we used just to keep it cohesive with the card. This is soft suede, and what I'm going to do is go around the edges from the back of the piece of paper, so if you make a mistake, you're not going to color on your stamped image there. You can go around all your paper like this if you want, even your bunny or your stamped image. I'm going to grab my card here. Happy Easter, happy spring, happy everything. It's a little crooked, but that's okay. It's supposed to be homemade, right? Then, to finish it off, I'm going to put the needle, just a sewing needle, hand sewing needle, back in the top so it doesn't dry out. And then to finish off my card, I used Crystal Nouveau drops. And this is Metallic Dirty Bronze. And just squish it on there. You just kind of put it wherever you're feeling it. I know it's not the same as the original, but that's fine.